So today we are going to be guided by Ande, and she's gonna take us around like to La Boca, like go to the fair in San Telmo. We are going all around. She has been like telling me some of those names that
I can't even remember all.
I couldn't remember all the names, but I just remember La Boca and San Telmo. Wow, guys! Ande just told us that at one point in time, like about 100 years ago, Argentina is one of the richest countries in the whole world.
Yeah, so when you read literature, they'll say he was rich as an Argentine. There's even like old movies that have that.
Yeah?
It's the famous, rich as an
Argentine.
Argentine.
You can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it. It's pretty vivid in the city itself.
Yeah.
Like I mean, we haven't been throughout the country, but in the city itself, it's pretty vivid that like, it's very, very developed, very, very clean, very maintained. Like you can see that there's wealth within this city.
Exactly.
Or at least used to be.
We definitely didn't think it would be so difficult to ride the subway here. We just went down there and tried to get on the subway. She wouldn't let us on or purchase a ticket because we didn't have the little card, like the transportation card.
And we can't buy it from the subway station too, which is
Yeah.
pretty interesting. The guy that went in the line to purchase the ticket as well, he said that we need some specific card, and he asked us to go up or go to a convenience store to buy it.
I don't know if he
So-
said convenience store, but he said to go up and leave and go somewhere to get the card.
Oh yeah.
And I don't know where to go. So we're in quite a rush right now to get down to where we have to go by 11:30. It's 11:17. So we're running a little bit behind today.
Bad on our side because we didn't do research on like how to take a subway or where to get the transportation card in advance. So that's why that happened. But in that situation that it happened, fortunately they have Uber here. So it costs us
They have
about
Uber and Cabify.
Oh, Cabify, which is also the one they use in Colombia. So in order to go about 20 minutes away, we pay $5 here.
This literally looks like New York.
This is so nice. The Uber driver is like
Explaining all the different attractions we're driving by.
This is San Telmo? I actually should put my backpack in front, yeah? Because we are going to La Boca.
Well, we're gonna walk a little bit first, so we'll get a cab before, so you can do it in the cab.
Okay. So we just grab 2 bottles of water. So here we just introduced you guys Ande. We talked about you before. So here she is.
Hi.
Ande. This is one thing that we totally love about Buenos Aires because there are so many parks. It makes city so nice.
It's so peaceful.
Yeah, and fun fact, from what I understand, Buenos Aires means good air. I see the colorful building, and I think this is
I love these
La
old
Boca.
cobblestone roads.
La Boca.
Ciao.
Buenos Aires.
Ciao.
Ciao, ciao. Gracias. It's really, really lovely neighborhood. Like it's so colorful, so vibrant. Even the ground, even the pathway, it's so colorful here.
An orphan
Born
artist that was born here. He had actually had the whole city. They started painting all these bright colors to help bring tourists and help bring people to this section, and now it's like a really popular area to visit.
People drink so early here.
Yeah,
What time is it right now?
It's 1 o'clock in the afternoon, yeah, almost 2, and people are already drinking.
Like guys,
Hey, I guess it's Sunday. You got to make the best out of your Sunday. Sunday fun day, right?
that is the color of their football team here in Boca.
Those are the colors of La Boca. So how they came up with those colors is that they said, they started this football team and they said, okay, whatever the next boat that comes in is, that's going to be our colors. And so it turned out to be a Swedish boat. So Swedish, yeah. They use those colors of blue and yellow.
How do you call that color?
Creative on that one.
Yeah.
I know.
The first boat we see, we're gonna make our football team that color. God.
So if you come to La Boca, definitely do not wear a River Plate shirt because it's the rival team and you will get beat up. Yeah. That's the best advice you can.
Football is a lifestyle here. It's not just a sport. Y'all getting rowdy over there.
Do you hear that they say puto?
And then the other dog looking at the guy. That's really cute.
Don't cry for me, Argentina. I collect money for help dogs.
What, there used to be a lot of stray
Yeah,
dogs
like I was
here?
telling you, my cats came from the Parque Lozama. There were hundreds of cats in that park we just went through when I got here.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy? Oh, see, you can see the sheet metal. That's how they used to build the houses here with the sheet metal, and then they just put the, that's like a replica of what they did back in the day.
Just in this neighborhood though, or?
Yeah, because
all
so this was like Ellis Island in New York, you know, where all the immigrants came in. So this was the immigrant neighborhood. So they would just use this sheet metal from the boats to build their houses.
The second floor is so low.
Yeah.
Can literally touch.
Definitely for looks. I would not be walking on that.
This is something you see all over. So you said tango is originally like born
From this
here?
neighborhood. And so did you know that originally there were no women here because it was all men immigrants?
Yeah.
So now gay tango is a really big thing, but back in the day it was actually all men who were dancing with each other, just practicing. And once in a while that a woman showed up, they wanted to be able to show off their skills. So they would practice with each other.
Wow.
Yeah, and now gay tango is a big thing.
Oh man, look at it. They say República de la Boca.
República de la Boca because it was trying to be its own area separate from Argentina.
Well, they still think that way nowadays? Like they want to be separate or?
No, I mean this was way back in the day, and the president came, Manuel de la Rosas, had to come and actually like break it up and be like, no guys, you know, you're not gonna secede.
You're not gonna separate.
Like, you're not leaving yet. You're here for good.
You are not living.
This entire market is nothing but football. And maybe a magnet or two.
Yeah, magnet.
It's like tango magnets and football.
Yeah, this was the original port of Buenos Aires, and this neighborhood is basically like the Ellis Island of Buenos Aires where all the immigrants came in. But they built the port, and then 10 years later it was too small for the ships.
So they actually moved the port to the other part of the city.
So what is the plan next?
Well, I just wish I knew if I had enough money on my subte. I tried to, because we could just take the bus, just so you guys get the bus experience. You used to have tons of change, and there was a huge problem here getting change. So this really helped the situation all over the country in terms of everybody having to carry tons of change. And you'll notice people are still weird about giving you change for like 1,000 or 500.
This is the way we buy things. We can't get inside that store.
We can do either, I think.
Oh, we can do either. You want to go in?
How much is it going to cost me to get one?
Yeah. So one ride is 23 pesos. So it depends how many rides. You get like 300 or something.
Let's just get 100 worth, and we can always refill it as long as we have the card.
If you
because
can,
can't buy the card
find the place, but yeah.
Can we, one thing about this card is that if we leave the country, for example, can we return it and get some refund?
Well, you have
No.
to before you leave the country.
You just give it to somebody when you're leaving. Perfecto, gracias, eh?
Gracias.
Gracias.
They have the number of the bus on the top of the bus stop that you can see here. So this is bus 29.
Down there, just close by, is number 64.
Yeah.
23, ¿sabe ahora? No, 21.
What is that, tente?
Dos. ¿Dónde viajas?
Dos.
Dos. ¿Dónde viajas?
And then?
San Telmo.
20.
San Telmo.
Dos.
Two? Gracias. Got off the bus and we don't have to tap to get out like normal bus somewhere else.
¿Una foto también me quieres sacar?
I don't feel your face.
A mí, digo.
He wants you to take a photo of him.
No, estoy jodiendo. Es broma, broma.
It was a joke, but no, porque son estrellitas de YouTube, entonces el restaurante va a salir.
What is the name of this market, Ande?
San Telmo Market, Mercado de San Telmo.
Mercado San Telmo.
San Telmo Market.
So, interestingly, Ande just told me that it used to be just stuff like this in this market, but now they start to have all type of restaurants as well. Fancy.
On the stray cats, if you're here late at night.
Stray cat?
Yeah.
Where are they now?
They're like hidden. I mean, because there's too many people.
Okay, so if we come here at night, we're probably gonna see a lot of cats. Don't touch.
I bought a new camera.
Don't touch.
I'm not gonna touch. I'm like the worst person to tell don't touch. That's a really cool camera though.
To me, it's like a monkey.
Look at this.
This girl, we see her everywhere. Who is she?
Mafalda, a famous cartoon character here who really became super famous during the military dictatorship because it was kind of a way for people to express their frustration with the government without really being completely out front about it, but being subversive with like sardonic wit, you know?
She doesn't look quite Argentinian though.
No?
No, she has black hair. She looks Asian to me.
I love these old stores.
So you can literally come to this market and buy everything.
Okay, so this is apparently like a sweet here in Argentina. It's like milk and sugar. It looks a lot like caramel.
Exactly. Don't say it's inferior to caramel because Argentine is really pissed off.
I'm not saying it's anything to caramel, but it looks like it.
Yeah,
Please don't hate us, guys.
It's really good.
Tastes like what?
Oh, that's because you have kid taste.
Yeah. Because I like simple things, but it's just like a sweet,
Try it out.
caramelized like syrup, basically like a sweet syrup.
Yeah.
It's really good. So this is actually called Defense Street, and it's really interesting because most of these places have balconies, and actually the local people used to pour oil on the soldiers trying to break in their apartment or their house, and it was like their means of defense when they were trying to be invaded. And that is crazy. I would not want hot oil poured on me.
No.
Here, there's actually like a grave of like British soldiers in this neighborhood. This is like the classic Porteño style of like to advertise here.
Really? Kind of like what you see in jeepneys in the Philippines, where they have like their decorative jeeps and stuff. It's like this would be like their buses decorated like this, but with like the Amigos Club. It's like the name of a bar. So it's like that style art, but as advertisement.
Yeah, but this is like unique to Argentina?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's very particular to Argentina. They used to do it to advertise the buses because they were all private bus lines. So they want to make like the fanciest bus, so they painted the buses. And even like in the 70s and 80s, there were still buses like that here that were painted like that. And there's still some, if you get on the bus, you can see little fileteo signs, and often they have really funny sayings, you know, like he was saying, happy wife, happy life, things like that. Like this one says, don't run anymore, your time is today. Like, enjoy today, basically, is what it's trying to say.
So that's why a lot of people drink beer.
Exactly, early in the morning.
Yeah.
So this is the San Telmo Fair, La Feria de San Telmo, and the building that we were in is El Mercado de San Telmo, the San Telmo market, and everybody gets those confused. So a lot of bloggers get those confused, just so you have it straight.
This is so cool though.
This is like what they used to use on buses, right?
Yeah, for the bus.
Like to collect your change and give you change and like give you your ticket for the bus.
Yeah. I just see the girl drink beer, and then they just told me that apparently you can drink and walk on the road. Yeah.
So I mean, like in the U.S., if you were to drink beer and walk the street, it's like a $450 ticket for drinking in public.
It is?
Yeah. So you like, and then you have to pay an $80 surcharge on top of the $450 ticket because you have to pay to go to court. So it's like over $500 just to drink a beer in the street. Whereas like in Argentina, you just drink when you want, and walk where you want.
You're treated like an actual adult.
Yeah, it's great.
Imagine that.
It's like you actually are expected to be
responsible.
responsible.
Oh my God! Do you see the street ahead of us?
Yeah.
That's where we're going all the way.
Wow.
You can really see the Spanish influence in the tiles and stuff.
It's really beautiful.
Yeah.
Remind me of Mexico.
Yeah, it does.
I put it right on.
Maradona.
He said, this is Argentino.
We went and had it today, so I was like, show them Jordan fan and stuff like that.
This is literally one of the biggest markets I've ever been to. It is huge, and you can walk all the way from one end to the other end, and it goes over 12 blocks, 13 blocks. They said that actually it didn't used to be this big. It just used to be the market outside in the fair, but because there's so many sellers that want to sell, now it's become so much bigger. So you can spend a long time here just, you know, walking, seeing some live music they're setting up right now, and just seeing all the different antiques. Look at that house, how narrow it is. So it's actually used to belong to one of the freed slaves. The slaves were actually freed here in Argentina prior to them being freed in the US. And they didn't have much money to buy houses, so they bought this small, very narrow alley and just built their house in it.
Wow, Jimmy, you be in line to take a picture with my father? Guys, and come here real quick.
It's a huge line.
So that is the line. People are literally in line to take a picture with my father.
So if you guys haven't seen, we have our new clothing line out. We have long sleeves, short sleeves, crop tops, amazing hoodies that are made with Egyptian cotton. So if you guys are interested, you can head down in the description box below and check out divertliving.com/shop and get all of your apparel. We have worldwide free shipping.
This is by far like the best quality line that we have ever made. So we really want you guys to feel it right now, but you just can't, apparently you just can't touch it.
Maybe
from
you
YouTube.
can try.